What is going on, guys? Welcome back to E8 Football. I'm your boy Ethan, and today we're going to review the match between Mallorca and Barcelona that just happened. My voice is going to get really bad in the next few days because I think I just got sick, so we'll see what's going to happen, but I'm still going to post videos unless I am bedridden and have zero way of getting up and talking, but I'm still going to post videos, so for you guys. So yeah, let's continue on with Barcelona and Mallorca. Enough of my yapping. This match should have been won by more than 4 goals. It should have been won by more than 4 goals, and Barcelona dominated this match. It was like many different... Let me just look at the stats here. I mean, it was just ridiculously one-sided. Like, Barcelona had 40 shots. 40. With 13 on target. 79% possession. 745 passes with an 89% pass accuracy. But they didn't have Lewandowski up in the front. And Ferran, although he played, didn't have that big of a match today. I know we've been looking at Ferran and he's been doing really well, but he wasn't his normal performance. I don't think he played bad, but he didn't have many sights at goals. So, and honestly, it was a decent performance from everyone. Honestly, it was really good. We should have scored 4 goals, but their goalkeeper absolutely put on a show today in that net. My goodness. I mean, he saved 12 shots. I don't know what the record is for saving in LaLiga, but let me just say, that guy, aside from Pedri or Dani Olmo, deserves man of the match because he was a brick wall in that goal today. And if not for Dani Olmo and Eric Garcia brilliance, then we would have drawn this game or lost this game because they took advantage of their set pieces and almost made us pay a few times. But in the end, a win is a win, and I am happy that Barcelona got the win. Needed to go 7 points clear ahead of Real Madrid, ahead of El Classico in the Copa Del Rey final, and this is kind of the win we needed. I mean, it wasn't perfect from the front line, and the defense did pretty well. I mean, I think they pretty much handled their business, excluding the set pieces. The offside trap worked again, and I love that it's working again because in order to get a certain speedster from Real Madrid, you need to get him off sides a lot, and that is exactly what we used the first time we met against Mbappe Real Madrid, that we took advantage of him. So hopefully we can get advantage of him this time using the same tactics. But for this match, the offsides worked, and they worked very well. We were getting Laren off sides for almost the entirety of the match, and he pretty much couldn't do anything. He was either forced to pass the ball back towards a midfielder or do something incredibly stupid with the ball that would end up with Barcelona having it. So it was very good. The midfield, take a bow. The midfield was absolutely rampant today. I mean, they literally destroyed. Jesus, see, I told you my voice is crazy. They literally destroyed the midfield of Mallorca, and they made them look like nothing compared to Barcelona. And Barcelona, this midfield, Pedri is so special, man. Pedri is literally Iniesta-type quality. I'm not going to say that he is Iniesta because no one's going to replace Iniesta, but he's showing me some signs. He's showing me some signs of that quality that once was on Barcelona, and let me just say he has been hands down Barcelona's best player alongside Rafinha in this season. Overall in La Liga, Champions League, everything. And today he absolutely steamrolled past that midfield. made some crazy passes in between the lines, held the ball, and pretty much did not put a foot wrong. And he was rightly deserved to earn a man of the match, alongside another midfielder, Dani Olmo, which, of course, when you put Dani Olmo in this team, he is the catalyst. He is the one that makes everything happen. He was the one that, I think he scored 2 goals now that have caused us to get 6 points instead of 2. And they were so important from Dani Olmo. And let me just say, whenever this guy is on the field, Barcelona's dynamic changes in a good way. And they turn into a better team, Barcelona. Not saying that they're bad without Olmo, but they're better with Olmo. And so you could see exactly how the dynamic changed today, because we should have won this by 4 if not for the keeper dropping a masterclass in goal for Mallorca. So, yeah, I don't think I have any question marks with anyone. Maybe Ferran for nothing, but I don't think I have any questions for anyone today. Let's go on to the player ratings. We rested some people, got some people in for the match, and rested people for the Real Madrid match, and that is very much necessary because we're going to need our best team against Real Madrid. So let's get on to the player ratings. Szczesny, he didn't have much to do, but I'm gonna give him a 6.5. He didn't do much, but I'd say his distribution was iffy, leaning towards good, and yeah, he didn't have much to do, so I'm just gonna give him a 6. Eric Garcia, bro, dropped a masterclass at right back, and he absolutely showed why he can be the substitute for Alejandro Balde whenever he's out. And I am so thankful and so grateful for that. He dropped a masterclass. He assisted Dani Olmo for the goal and just did not look out of place at all in that right back position. For me, I'm going to give him an 8. I think he was insane. He was immense today. No one could touch him. He was absolutely on fire. And that is good because Barcelona do need people to replace that right back position for whether it is that full back position, whether it's Koundé or Balde. So Eric Garcia gets an 8 for me. What a performance from him in that right back position. Absolutely put on a show in that right back position. Araujo, look, you guys know how I feel about Araujo, but I think he actually had a good game today. I'm going to give him... Actually, no, he missed that one chance. 6.8 for Araujo today. I genuinely thought he had a good game, despite me, disliking him, but he had a good game. Really should have scored because that chance... Yeah, how do you miss that, dude? But 6.8, missed a few duels in the air whenever the Valencia players had a set piece. So, still a little iffy, but 6.8 for me. Inigo Martinez, the guy is just doing so good for Barcelona. 7 for me. And he was a brick wall in that back. And he did not let any of Mallorca's players offer any sort of dangerous attacks. And he just played very well for a center back in his position. He's been incredible this season, and once again he shows it in this game by not letting Mallorca get barely any good chances. So for me, it's a 7. Hector Fort, I'll say he's our worst player today. 6.5. He's young. He is young, so I'm not going to blame him for much. But he did get the start today, and he did get passed a few times by Mallorca, and he did end up letting a few attacks come in on his left-hand side. So I'm going to give him a 6.5. Like I said, he's young. We'll just have to wait to see how we can improve on these guys in the future, like Fort, Martin, all those guys. So 6.5 for me today. I think he did good for starting, but Could make some improvements, but once again, he's young, so 6.5. Next we have Gavi. Oh my goodness, Gavi. Should have scored, but once again, it was deflection, so, I mean, deflections can go anywhere, and he was pretty good today. I'm not going to lie to you. He actually played really well, and played in his natural position, because sometimes they like to play him up front, and he doesn't play very well. But he played in his midfield position, and he absolutely deserved a 7.5 for me today. He played very well, and I don't think he laid a foot wrong. It's a 7.5 for me today for Gavi. Reminiscent of the Gavi of the before, so that's nice. Pedri, 8.5. Just so good in that midfield. This guy is becoming a revelation for Barcelona. When they picked him up from Las Palmas, I was the one who said, this guy is going to be something in the future, and by God, he is one. He is showing absolute levels for a midfielder, especially in his position, and especially for Barcelona, because we've been struggling with getting midfielders in recently, ever since Busquets left. And he is absolutely taken the role of that pivot for Barcelona, and he is excelling. 8.5. So smooth on the pitch today, and he literally did circles around Mallorca's midfield today, and defense as well. 8.5, man of the match for me. Dani Olmo. He's back, guys. Dani Olmo is back. It's an 8 for me, and that goal was so good, man. Like, when you take goals like Dani Olmo, he puts it down, looks at the goal, chooses where to put it, and places it straight where the keeper couldn't get it, because scoring on this keeper today was hard, because this guy was playing insanely good today. And Dani Olmo absolutely changed the dynamic of this team, scored the goal, got past so many players from Mallorca, shredded that defense, and absolutely proved why he is one of the best Spanish players in the world right now. I'm saying it. He's one of the best in terms of Spanish players. Or just one of the best overall midfielders. He's just so good, Dani Olmo. And it sucks that he gets hurt a lot, but when he plays, he's a legend. So we're going to go with 8 for me today. Let's go on to Lamine Yamal. 7 for me today for Lamine. He was really good in terms of getting the ball and moving it forward. And really, really should have scored. That 1v1, yeah, I mean, I know he's young, but you got to be scoring those. Like, it's a 1v1 with the keeper. You by yourself. The next Mallorca player is literally miles away. But he still played very well. I'm going to give him a 7. He absolutely tore up that left back from Mallorca. He made him look like pancakes half of the game. So for me, it's a 7 for Yamal. Ansu Fati. I'm so happy that Ansu Fati is getting minutes again. I know he's been hurt a lot, and I know there's a bunch of controversy going over him. I know he's all these loan stints and everything, but I'm so happy he's back at Barca and that he's getting minutes, because many people won't believe, but this kid is something special. He is something very special, and we just got to give him minutes. You know, show him that he can be what we once thought he could be. That's why he inherited the number 10, and like Yamal, he's going to improve because he's still super young despite all the stuff he's gone through, all the loans and stuff. It's a 7 for me for Ansu Fati, and he needs to get more minutes at a professional level to become the player we know he can be. So it's a 7. Ferran Torres, 6. Didn't look like himself, and that's mainly in part due to just not having that many sites, because Mallorca's defense locked in terms of those center backs. The fullbacks were exposed. Lamine Yamal, Ansu Fati destroyed them. The center backs, I'm going to say it, they dealt with Ferran today, and he gets a 6. Doesn't mean he's as bad as he was before, because Ferran has been incredible this season. You're just going to have stinkers sometimes, so it's a 6 for me. Next up, subs. Rafinha, 6.5. He had some action in the game. He did have some moments where he took the ball forward and put some good counterattacks, but didn't score. But 6.5. Fermin, I'll go as the 6. He did take over for Olmo, but couldn't score that second goal, so I'm going to give him a 6. Pau Victor, 6. I didn't see him play that much, but at least he got minutes. Like I said, we got to give our youth all these minutes. Martin, 6. Also glad he got minutes. At least we got to give these youngsters these minutes, because if you give them minutes, then they're going to improve in the long run, and they're going to become special for Barcelona. Look at Marc Casado. Look at Marc Bernal. Legends. Well, not legends. Geniuses for their age. For Martin, it's a 6. De Jong, I didn't see him much. 6. I think Flick put him at left back for the last few minutes. So just to sub out for it's a 6 for me. Hansi Flick, 7.5. Should have gotten more goals, but the goalkeeper had a masterclass today, and Barca just couldn't finish for dinner. So our next match will be against Real Madrid, the Classico for the Copa del Rey. I'm excited for this one, guys. I want to smash Madrid to pieces. That sounds wrong if taken out of context, but we'll see how it goes. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.